Let's go ahead and start our lesson. Yesterday, we learned about verbs. We learned about action verbs and we learned about the verb to be. Now, let's have a look at our homework. Each sentence has one action verb. Write the action verb on the line. Let's have a look. Number 1, some animals sleep during the day. Ocean, what is the action verb in this sentence, please?
Sleep.
Good job. Well done, Ocean. Sleep is my action verb. It tells what the subjects are doing. Animals. Number 2, they look for food at night. Sal, what do you think the action verb is here?
I think it's look.
Good job, Sal. Well done. Number 3, owls see well in the dark. What do you think the action verb is there? Noob.
See.
Good job. It is C. Well done, Noob. Number 4, the owl spread its wings wide. Le Kang.
I think it's bread.
Good job. It is spread. Well done, Le Kang. Number 5, then it flew from the tree. Steve.
Flew.
Good job. Well done, Steve. Okay, number 6, Tweechy. It beat its wings quietly.
Beat.
Very good. Well done. Number 7, the owl spotted a mouse. Mia.
The action word is spotted.
Good job. Spotted. Well done. Number 8, it swooped down for the mouse. Zaling.
Scoop.
Good job. Swooped. Well done. Number 9, the mouse hid in a hollow log. Leo.
Head.
Very good. Hid. Well done. And number 10, the owl returned to its tree. Mingha.
Returned.
Returned. Good job. Well done, guys. Lovely work. Then our next page was all about the verb to be. Now, have a look at what we had to do here. Write the being verb on the line, then write present or past for each verb. So you had to tell me what the being verb was and if it's in the present or past tense. So, number 1, I'll read that out for us. My father was nice to my class. Hacker.
Was. Past.
Good job. Well done. Jenny, number 2, he is kind and gives us his zoo passes.
Is.
Good. Girl, well done. Is in the present. Number 3, we were thankful. New. We were thankful. Which word is the being verb? Were. Good job. And is that in the present or past tense?
Past.
Good job. Well done. Good job, Noob. Okay. Number 4, Kwang Hai. Can you do that one for me? The boys are upset when they cannot go.
Present.
Good job. Well done. Lovely. Number 5, you are good to help us. Kwang Ming.
Are and present.
Good job. Well done. Okay, number 6, most people are happy with the idea. Emma is are. Good girl. And are is in the present tense. Good job. Number 7, Teddy. They were surprised when we asked.
Were and it in the past tense.
Good girl. Well done, Teddy. Kui Kang. Number 8, they are annoyed sometimes, but not often. What's my being verb here? And is it present or past tense?
Being is in the.
Good job. It is in the present. Number 9, I am careful to ask nicely. Mickey.
The being word is and it is present.
Good job. Well done. Am and present. Okay, last one. Kiwi, can you do it for me? Number 10, I was friendly to everyone.
Was.
Good. And is that present or past tense?
Past.
Good girl. Well done. Okay, final homework page. So we're going to quickly go through this one because Miss Nunn is going to go through it in detail with you in her review lesson. So this was all about the suffixes able and ible. Now, have a look, guys. When we add these words to the end of a root word, it means able to do something. I'm just going to quickly go through and show you some sentences that would have been acceptable for your homework. Number 1, agreeable. He was agreeable to accepting the plan. This means he was able to agree to accept to go along with the plan that was offered. Number two, valuable. Diamond rings are very valuable items. They are able to have a lot of value because they're very expensive. Number three, reversible. That means it's able to be reversed. Dyeing your hair is reversible. You can dye it back. So sometimes you might see boys and girls who are a little bit older, they dye their hair red or blue or blonde, but this isn't permanent. If you dye your hair a certain color and you don't like it, you can always dye it back. Number four, comfortable. This means able to be comforted. I feel comfortable when I lie on my bed. Number five, breakable, something that is able to be broken. My mom told me to be careful near the breakable vase. Number six, sensible, able to use your senses to make a good decision. It is not sensible to play with fire. Number seven, spreadable, able to be spread. Jam is spreadable on toast. And number eight, flexible, able to flex your muscles. I can touch my toes, so I am flexible. I was looking for you guys to give sentences that show the meaning of the word so that when I read them, I knew that you understood the meaning. Just have to say congratulations to Jenny. Jenny, your sentences were absolutely wonderful. So well done to you. They were very well thought out and clearly showed the meaning. So really good job on that, Jenny. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get started on our opinion writing response paragraph lesson. Today, we are doing opinion writing, so all about telling about what we think or what we believe about something. Our opinion writing that we're working on today is called a response paragraph. Now, let's just have a look. What is a response paragraph? Ming Huang, can you read it for me?
A response paragraph shows a writer's answer to a question. It tells the writer's opinion, which should be supported by details from the text.
Good job. So, a response paragraph is when you respond to something. You're answering a question about a selection that you have read. Can anyone remember the last response paragraph that we did or the last response essay that we did? Hannah.
Yes, Shan.
Good girl. So the last story that we read, where we had to write a response paragraph, was Yes Shen, and it was the Chinese version of Cinderella. And we had to write a response paragraph to say whether we believed Yes Shen had a sad and lonely life. And either our answer was yes, I believe she did have a sad and lonely life, or no, she didn't have a sad and lonely life. So, what is it that makes a great response paragraph? Zalin, can you read all of this for me, please?
A topic sentence answers the question. Reason supports the opinion. Linking words and phrases such as because, therefore, sense, and
Since.
sense, and for example, connect the opinion and the reason. A concluding statement summarizes the idea.
Lovely reading. Good girl, Zalin. So, guys, if we include all of these things in our response paragraph, we are going to make a great one. A topic sentence answers the question. Reasons support the opinion. We have learned that when we do opinion writing, it's not enough just to state our opinion. We must give reasons. I like ice cream because it cools me down in summer. Linking words and phrases such as because, therefore, since, they link the opinion and the reasons. Then we must have a concluding statement that summarizes our opinion in a different way because we don't want to bore the reader. Okay, let's have a look at this. This student's prompt was, what is most interesting about bats? Can you please read this paragraph for me? Okay, let's go for Teddy.
The most interesting thing about bats is how they look. For example, they have small beady eyes and their have webbed wings made of very fine skin supported by four extra long fingers. The ears of a bat are big for their big head and pointy. They have toes shaped like hooks that help them hang upside down. Some bats are tiny, about the size of a key. Bats are funny looking animals.
Good job. Lovely reading, Teddy. Thank you. Okay, guys, so this person's question is, what is most interesting about bats? They have clearly stated their opinion and answered the question in their topic sentence. The most interesting thing about bats is how they look. So I know that this person's paragraph is going to be all about how bats look and why it's interesting. They've given linking words to connect their opinion to their reasons. Their first reason that they think that bats are interesting looking is that they have small beady eyes, webbed wings, and extra long fingers. They also go on to say that the ears of a bat are big for their head and pointy. They have toes shaped like hooks that help them hang upside down. Some bats are tiny, about the size of a key. Bats are funny looking animals. So they end by concluding their paragraph by reminding me that they think bats are strange looking, but instead of repeating what they say in their topic sentence, they've given me a different sentence. Now, this paragraph is good. However, it's lacking something. It's missing something that I love to have in all of my opinion paragraphs. Can you think of what it might be? Jenny, what do you think it might be?
I think it's linking words.
Ding, 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 ding. Good job, Jenny. This paragraph is good, but it doesn't have very many linking words. In fact, it's only got one linking phrase. For example. So we could add in some linking words like also, additionally, the second example. So here we have the most interesting thing about bats is how they look. For example, they have small beady eyes, they have webbed wings and fine skin with four extra long fingers. We're moving on to another detail here. So we could say another detail that supports this opinion is, we could add in another linking word here. We could say also, they have toes shaped like hooks that help them hang upside down. So well done, Jenny. This paragraph is great, but I would give it 3 out of 5 because I want more linking words. If this author had added in also and another detail that supports my opinion, I would give them full marks. So please remember that linking words are super important in your writing. Okay, let's have a look. Our prompt for this week is, ta-da, in Bat Loves the Night, what is a bat's home like? So this week, you guys are going to be writing a plan and a paragraph that answers this question. Now, topic sentences. Good writers make sure their topic sentence, which is the first sentence in your essay or paragraph, answers the question or has words from the prompt so that it clearly directs the reader into their opinion. Have a look. Remember, our prompt is, in Bat Loves the Night, what is a bat's home like? This topic sentence does not connect clearly to words in the prompt. Have a look. It says, animals need homes to live in. Now, if this was your topic sentence, this would be quite confusing for me because to me, this topic sentence sounds like you're about to tell me about polar bears' homes, penguins' homes, birds' homes, a snake's home, a whale's home. It doesn't specify what animal you're talking about. Whereas this topic sentence is perfect. It clearly connects to words in the prompt. It says, a bat's home is crowded and noisy. So please make sure that when you're writing your first sentence, you're answering the question from the prompt. It's very important that when we write a response to a question, that we have details and examples to support our ideas. Details and examples help the reader understand the idea that you're trying to express or to tell. Have a look here. Instead of this, bats do not use their eyes to find their way. The author uses details and examples to tell more. Can you please read the second example for me, Cindy?
They carry a sound picture of all her voice has touched. Listening hard. Bat can hear every detail. The small swing, twig, the shape of leaves.
Good job. So instead of saying bats do not use their eyes to find their way, the author uses details and examples to explain how bats do not use their eyes. Have a look here. Le Kang, can you read the sentence at the bottom for me?
In the second example, the author shows details about how bats move around without using their sight.
Good job. So instead of the author in Bat Loves the Night saying, bats don't use their eyes to find their way, she actually gave us a lot of details and examples to explain to us and to show us exactly how bats move around without using their eyes. She explains to us that they carry a sound picture in her head, that she uses echolocation, and that when she gives out this sound, it comes back to her and she can see every detail, every small twig, and the shape of leaves. So as you can see, it's very important to use details and examples to explain what you're trying to say. Have a look here. Quang Hai, read this whole page for me, please.
It is important for bats to have echolocation. Go to page 216 to 217 and find detail to support this opinion.
Okay, guys, so this is where you're going to use your Journeys book. Open your Journeys book to page 216 and 217. So this page here, okay? And I want you guys to take some time. I'm going to lower all your hands. And I want you to find details and examples from the text that explain why it's important for bats to have echolocation. When you think you've got a good answer, click the raise your hand button. What details and examples can we find? Okay, what do you think? Kwang Ming, what details could you find on these pages that let me know or support the opinion that it's important for bats to have echolocation?
Bats have echolocation to find food.
Good job. So Kwang Ming has read these two pages and he's figured out that bats need echolocation to help them find food. That's why it's so important for them. Have a look here. Kui Kang, read my details and examples at the bottom there.
Bats need to use echolocation as a source of sound to help them search for food.
Very good. So if you were writing a paragraph on why it's important for bats to use echolocation, or is it important for bats to have echolocation, you could start by saying, it is important for bats to have echolocation. Then you could go on to support your opinion by saying it's important for them to use echolocation because bats need to use it as a torch of sound to help them search for food. When you add reasons and details to your opinion, it makes the reader want to agree with your opinion. It makes the reader think, that makes sense. I agree with this student because they have clearly given me a clever solution and a clever reason to support their opinion. And that's what we want. We want our reader to agree that our opinion makes sense. Let's try another one. Here's another one. Bats even need sound to care for their offspring. Can you guys now go to pages 224 and 225 and find out some details that support this? How do they use their sound to care for their babies? Susie, what do you think? What details can you find on this page that help you understand that bats can use sound to care for their babies?
It comes to it.
Absolutely. So, what does that mean, Susie? How does the bat use her sound to care for her baby? What does she do? How does she use her voice to help her care for her baby? Steve.
The bats call to their baby because they know their baby's voice.
Good job. So we learned that in Bat Loves the Night that 50 hungry batlings can be in one roost. That's quite a lot of batlings, and they're all huddled together. They're not separated. So when mommy bat comes home, she uses her voice to call out, and her baby will use its voice to call back to her. So they recognize each other's voices, and that's how they find each other in the roost. Can you go ahead and read this for me, Sal?
Even though there are lots of batlings in the roost, Bat can use her voice to call to her baby to find it amongst the others.
Good. So Bat uses her sound as well because even though there are lots of batlings in the roost, she can use her voice to call to her baby and find it amongst all the other 50 batlings. Okay, guys, so let's have a look at what we're going to be doing for homework and what I'm expecting you guys to do. For homework, I want you to make a plan and I want you to write a paragraph to answer this question. Our prompt is, in Bat Loves the Night, what is a bat's home like? You're going to use this graphic organizer to help you plan. Now, have a look. I'm going to go through my plan and show you some of my ideas. For me, when I read Bat Loves the Night and I thought about what a bat's home like. So for me, when I read Bat Loves the Night, I was reading through the pages and I decided that bats live in noisy and crowded places. That's the opinion that I came up with. So your opinion can be different. You can reread the story and maybe you think that bats live in dark places. Maybe you think they live in noisy places too. Bats live in noisy and crowded places called roosts. Now, can anyone think of an example or a detail that supports the idea that bats live in a noisy place? Lekang?
Bats live in noisy place because when they scream, their sound echolocation back.
Very good. Well done, Lekang. Perfect. Many bats and batlings squeak and make noise inside the roost. There are lots of bats in there. There are many batlings in there, and they make high-pitched squeaking noises, just like echolocation, like Lekang said. So it's going to be pretty noisy in there. So good job, Lekang. Okay, can you think of another detail that supports the idea that bats live in noisy places? Think about this page. What happens on this page? What do we learn about mommy bats and baby bats that we could add in as a supporting detail? What do you think, Hannah?
Bat squeaks and she can hear the squeaking of her baby to let her know that is her baby.
Amazing. Good job, Hannah. Well done. So another detail is mother bats call out to baby bats to find each other. So that's another detail that I read in the story that lets me know that the bats live in a noisy place. Now I'm going to move on to the crowded place. So I've got a detail here that supports that bats live in a crowded and busy place. My detail here is that 50 hungry batlings might hang on a rafter from their oversized feet. So if we've got 50 batlings with their big giant feet, that means it's going to be very crowded in there. That means that the roost is going to be a squished and small place with lots of bats huddled together. So that's a very important supporting detail that supports my opinion that bats live in crowded places. My final supporting detail is a bat might land in a crowd of other bats and push and squeeze to get in. So all of these details I have found within the story Bat Loves the Night. And all of these details I found within the text support my opinion that bats live in noisy places and bats live in crowded places. So for example, my first two details over here, they support that bats live in loud and noisy places. And then my second two details down here, which I will keep together, they support the idea that bats live in crowded places. So now that I'm finished with my plan, I can go ahead and start writing my paragraph. So what I want you guys to do for homework tonight is you're going to make a plan firstly, like this. Then you're going to write a paragraph using your plan. So the plan should take about 10 to 15 minutes. and your paragraph should take about 20 minutes to write. So when you write your paragraph, make sure that you include all of these checklists. Come back to this PowerPoint and check off each bullet point to make sure that you have done that. When you have written your paragraph, go back and check it. Have I got a topic sentence that answers the question, in Bat Loves the Night, what is a bat's home like? Yes, I do, tick. Do I have 3 to 4 reasons that support my opinion? Yes, I do, tick. Do I have linking words that link my opinion and reasons, such as because, therefore, since, and for example? Yes, I do. Do I have a concluding statement that summarizes all of my ideas? Yes, I do. When you're able to give yourself 4 ticks for these, you know that you can take a picture of your paragraph and upload it to Google Drive. So, just to reiterate, you have 2 parts of your homework. The first part is this. When you have finished making your plan, you must then turn your plan into a paragraph. You must take a picture of both your plan and your paragraph and upload it to Google Drive. Okay, perfect. All right, guys, that comes to the end of our class today. So, really good job on your writing homework. Have a wonderful rest of your day.